Righto, I have finally got my hands on the Michael van Gerwen EVO X in 22.5 grams. Why have I not had these before? Well, if you remember, I was at Oki Addicts in Great Yarmouth. I was trying these out, loved them in the shop, really loved them. Went to buy them. Oh, we only got 22.5 in display. Haven't got them to buy. Disaster. So naturally, I went home, cried after buying 2 sets of darts in there. The Wraiths and the Brendan Dolans, if you remember. Here they are. I'm going to open the box and look at them together. They're brand new, so they've been unopened. We'll get to look at them together. We'll go through the barrel, what you get in the box, see what they look like when they've been put together, and then we'll run them through my usual testing. 9 darts for scoring, 6 at the ball, and a random checkout. And then we wrap it up. You know what it goes by now. Without further ado, let's get stuck in to see what look at him, he's looking at me as if to say, "Good, the box open, mate." Let's open his box, the box, and see what's inside, eh? Ready? It's lovely packaging, isn't it? Look, the gold embossed with some silver and the black there. Michael looking all sultry, looking at me as I say, "But to score some good shootings." Don't know where he's from, clearly. Anyway, here it is. Look, you can see obviously the traditional Winmar dart holder. It's got his MVG logo, which is a nice little touch. 22.5 grams. Not his real signature, unfortunately. That's just what comes on the box. Well, it's his real one, but not actually in ink. Anyway, shut up and open the box, idiot. There we are. Now we have a set of flights. Vector stems, they look short to me. And then, let's say, the barrels and the dart holder. Shall we open it up? Here's before we do that, here's something. I struggle with Vector stems. I struggle to get flights in them because they're aluminium at the end. I find it hard to get them in. I feel like I don't want to break the flights getting them in. Let's hope I don't do that because they're brand new. And I actually will, for this video, I will put in the originals. I'll take them out again later and put them back in the box. So here we go. Ooh, yeah. There we are. Let's start with them barrels, eh? Let's have a closer look at them barrels. There we go. They're 22.5. They are powder coated. That is the Winmore / Red Dragon powder coating on them. It's got that diamond grip. Very similar to the bull hitters. Remember the bull hitters video I did? They obviously clearly like the MVG darts because they've got a very similar one. So you've got this diamond cut, diamond grip. So you've got the white bits. It looks like it's nice and shiny, but they're just lovely little diamond cuts in there. Smooth section, more diamond, and then ring grips here. So it's a grip for everybody, depending on where you hold it. So that black powder coating, I find really interesting because my go-to darts, as you all probably know by now, are the Paradigms. So let's have a look at that side by side with the straight barrel here. See how much thinner they are as well. Such a thin profile. Now this has got the same powder coating at the back here, not necessarily at the front, but on the back part of the Paradigm here. But the noticed difference is, look how thin it is. The barrel length is tad longer as well, but it's so much thinner. I really do like it though. You've got his little MVG logo here. Let's say the diamond cuts, ring grips, smooth sections. So depending on where you hold this dart, there's something for everybody. So you can obviously grip it wherever you want on the barrel. Balance point, slightly front weighted, but once we put the flight and stem on, you might shift slightly to be right in the middle, but slightly front weighted, because you see where my thumb is there. Should we dress them up? Let's hope we don't ruin the stem with the Vector flights, the Vector stem, or the other way around. You see there, lovely Vector. They're short, so the black with the silver top match quite nicely to the powder coating. Here we go. Oh, there we go. That's actually gone in quite well, that one. Do you know how many Red Dragon Paradigm flights I've ruined putting them in the Vector stems. It's crazy. I kid you not, the amount I've ruined, but these are okay. I don't know if you can see. Actually slightly open. They're brand new, these darts as well, by the way, so I've not bought, actually I did buy them off eBay, but I didn't buy them second hand. They're brand new, sealed, as you saw. Unused. And then they don't just slide straight on them flights with this. So with the vectors, say they're aluminium tipped. And then with these prism flights, they're quite thick, the prism flights. So you've got to get it right in. So you've got to push it. It's not just a sliding, you've got to really push it. But that's why I ruined so many, because I pushed too hard, I ended up bending the flight, which is not cool. So here they all are, dressed up and ready to be chuckered at the burrad. They look smashing, don't they? Look at them. Now also, when I did use them at the dart shop, they had the same size stem and flight on, but I not used them in their full glory. They look brilliant, don't they? Them flights with the gold, I mean, it looks more yellow and green because of my ring light, but it's gold, and then it's got the black and the grey / silver prism stems. They look good. And obviously the nice vector flight stems as well. So that is them fully dressed. Just try and give you a closer look at the barrels. Look at that. That powder coating, how nice is that? And that is why I think I really like the Red Dragons. It's because I can hold that and it feels great. Let's see how we get on with them. It's been a while since I chucked them, because I chucked them in the shop probably 4 or 5 weeks ago from this point. Doesn't depend on when you watched it, but it's about 4 or 5 weeks ago from me. Let's do 9 darts for scoring, 6 at the ball, and a random checkout. Let's go. Let's turn the camera around and let's get it on. So as I said on the intro, it's been about 4 or 5 weeks since I used these in the shop. So what we're going to do to try and get a little bit more of a flow going, as we always do on these review videos, 3 visits to the scoring zone 20s, 2 visits to the ball, and then a random checkout for, like, see if we can do it in 3 darts. Now, like I say, it's been a minute since I used them. They're a thinner barrel. The powder coating, I'm used to it. If you've never used it before, the first time I picked up a Paradigm, I'm like, this feels really weird. But the powder coating gives that extra level of grip without them having to be too aggressive on your fingers. So, for example, the most aggressive darts I have for grip are the Wraith by Unicorn, and they feel aggressive. Whereas this, on its own, is probably a 4 out of 10. But with the powder coating, 5 or 6. It gives you that extra level without it being aggressive on your fingers. Let's see how we get on, and I'll talk you through it as we're going. But the thinner barrels already feel nice in the hand. The 22.5 grams. Oh, actually the balance point, yes. So we had the balance point near the front before, didn't we? So let's do that now. We've got the flight and stem on. Perfect, middle. Right in the middle. Let's chuck some darts. Ton. I mean, I should have been able to follow that one straight in and add a 180, but we're not going to complain at 100, are we? Now that last thought was a bit of a chicken wing zombie arm. That was my throw. But what I can tell you is that going from the torpedo barrel, which I've been using a lot all of the time, to a straight thinner barrel, it's going to take some getting used to again. But I feel the grip level, the powder coating, and the straight barrel, actually I feel I can control the dart. We'll see when we're going for the checkouts and stuff, but I feel I can release it when I need to release it, if that makes sense. So that's okay. So what did we score there? 160. I think it was 200 we scored there, or 190. Over 9 darts, you know, you're not going to complain. It's not a bad average, is it? It's that. I've edited that in. Look at the sunlight coming in. It's like Michael van Gerwen shining down through the window going, play great darts, Chopper. He's not American either. Anyway, 2 visits to the ball. Got to reset my focus. That ring light's my eyes. I do feel I can control it. So when that first dart went right, I felt I could move myself and release the dart exactly where I wanted to. Because it's not super grippy, I can release it when I want rather than early, or feel like I have to go early. Because when it's really grippy, I feel I have to release here rather than here. So I normally try and get it at the 90-degree angle is where I'm trying to release. But when it's grippier, I try and release it here. And if it's like got no grip, I try and release it here to compensate. Whereas this one, I feel I can just release at the 90-degree angle. Anyway, last visit to the ball. Three in a single ball. Had to do that. Sorry. So there we go. 4 out of 6 in the ball zone. Oh my days. Anyone got any tips on how to keep your darts room free from dust? Please let me know in the comments. Right, check out. Let's just go for 48. He loves a double 16, doesn't he, Van Gerwen, or a tops. Let's go 48, because if I miss the 16 hitting out, I can go tops, yeah? Let's go 48, come on. Oh. Can't do it. Ah well. Rubbish at checking out. Me, not the darts. Let's flip it back the other way and wrap it up. Gutted to let myself down with that checkout, because how did they perform? All right. Now don't forget, it's the first time I've thrown them darts in 5 weeks since when I had them at the shop. And considering I use this dart, look how different they are. You couldn't get 2 different darts. So I've been going from using this every day, my Red Dragon Paradigm Torpedo, you've all seen that video, to that skinny little Michael van Gerwen 22.5 grams. They're 24, by the way. Now, here's some thoughts for you. I love them, love the look of them. And that thin, I've never thrown a dart that thin, I don't think. Well, I may have done, but maybe back in the day, in the 90s, when I was playing in the pub leagues when I was a kid. It wasn't great, it just needed the numbers, so they got the annoying kid who owned the pub, or parents owned the pub. This guy. It's very skinny, super straight. But what I really like about it, it's not one size fits all. You could be a rear gripper, mid gripper, and a front gripper, and there's something for everyone. There's a ring grip, they've got the diamond, you've got the smooth section, bit of everything. Now, I love the powder coating. It's really hard to describe, but when you pick that up for the first time, if you've never used powder coated darts, like this and like this, takes some getting used to, but I'm used to it. You'll like it, because what it means is that they can make these cuts less aggressive, but that powder coating gives you that extra level of security and stability. So it's not like slipping through your fingers, because like I say, that grip level, you see, they're not deep whatsoever. But because of the powder coating, it gives you the extra sense of stability. What's my overall thoughts on these? I really like them, hence why I was gutted I didn't get them in the shop. Now, should you buy them? Yeah, I would put if I was a stock trader, I'd put a high buy on them. I would be buying them. Let me into a little secret. They cost $89.95. you know how much I paid for them? On everyone's favourite shop, eBay. I paid 40 quid. Brand new, unopened. That is the beauty of eBay winning a bid. I was the only person who bid on them. And I put £46 as a bid. They obviously must have had a reserve price of 40 quid because that's what I paid. £40, less than half price. What a bargain. I'm not saying you're going to get as lucky as that, but even if I paid full price, I would not complain because I was prepared to pay full price for them. Now, I do need to spend some more time with them before they enter my everyday dart. I will be taking these and these off because I like to preserve them. They'll be going back in the box. Got plenty of vector stems. I've got plenty of flights to go on the top of them. So if you do see them on the video, they won't look like this anymore. Maybe I'll buy some of these flights because they're quite nice. And just have them a load of spares. So the verdict is a high buy from me. Definitely buy. If you can get them as a bargain on eBay, go for it. If not, go to obviously Red Dragon. If you've never been to Red Dragon's website before, they give you 10% off. So they'll end up, instead of $89.99, they'll cost you £81. So that's still a good deal with free postage as well, because anything over 50 quid is free postage on the Red Dragon's website. They don't sponsor me. I'll just know that information because it sticks in your head. If you're not used to a straight barrel, or you are used to a straight barrel, it might take you a bit of time to get used to that thin one. So these are 22.5 grams. That's a very odd number, but I like it. I'm pretty sure he uses the 22.5 as well. And if it works for this guy, it's going to work for this guy, and it's going to work for you. Thanks so much for watching. MVG Darts Review. Win more, EVO X, 22.5 grams. Done. Go and buy them. Let me know in the comments if you got them. If not, when you're going to go buy them. Thanks for watching. Bye.